Black Widow is the highly anticipated MCU movie that's got the same treatment as Wonder Woman 84 in terms of getting delayed and delayed and delayed. We're supposed to see this film in 2020. I think so. It's going May. We got a trailer over a year ago for Black Widow, but of course with COVID, push back, and it's finally coming out this July on Disney Plus at a premiere access of $30 or €30 wherever you're from, and it will also be in theaters. Now, this is a movie that I want to see in theaters. And the first few trailers and spots that we've seen for this movie have got me interested. I will definitely want to watch this movie, but I'm not sure if I'm going to pay $30. Because I pay for so many streaming services. Maybe if this trailer is absolutely fantastic, you would be inclined to do that. But I just don't know if you're going to pay 30 to see this movie. Because some people go to the theaters, it's cheaper. Some people have student discounts. Elderly people have the same thing, so it doesn't cost that much to go to the cinema for everybody. Of course, you get popcorn and drinks and stuff, but some people don't. I don't. I'm not a big popcorn guy, so I just pay my movie ticket and go in and watch the movie. So I want to see it in the big screen. So hopefully theaters are open by July when this movie comes out, and I can go see it on the big screen because that's what it's made for. But Black Widow is a movie starring Scarlett Johansson in the MCU. It's a prequel to her character, looking at the origins of the character, and it's a prequel to her death in Endgame. And I was surprised that she died in Endgame, and it was a big, heavy moment for a lot of people because we've seen her from Iron Man 2. So she's been in the MCU for years. She's one of the OG characters, one of the original Avengers. So let's get into this trailer. Black Widow, new trailer, film coming out in July.
You don't know everything about me. I've lived a lot of lives.
I'm interested.
I was an Avenger.
Cool.
Before I got this family. I made mistakes. Choosing between what the world wants you to be.
Oh no.
And who you are.
How can she not if she's dead? Superhero
I
landing.
have to go back to where it all started.
Sorry, I had to.
Where did you think I was all this time? We
Florence
invented
Pugh.
the business.
My girls are the toughest girls in the world.
I'm sorry.
We had our orders and we played our
It
roles.
wasn't real.
It was real to me. To me, you were everything.
Nice.
Ragnar.
Taskmaster.
Put your seatbelts on. She said she will.
Skydive fight. Wow.
One thing's for sure. I'm done running from my past.
That's cool. Black Widow. July 9th. Yeah. So Black Widow, July 9th. Absolutely brilliant. Look at the action in this trailer. It looks like it's going to be huge. A lot of one camera shots, which I love. John Wick style action. I hope they do that. I hope it's not cameras all over the place. I hope there's like one or two shots of the actual fight sequences because for me that's the best kind of action, John Wick style. So yeah. Look, this is a movie that should have come out years ago. It should have come out a decade ago or 5 years ago or at least before she was killed off in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, look, I do have problems still with Endgame and some of the elements of Gamora's coming back. Why can't Scarlett Johansson? We have another Loki over here. I do have slight problems like that, but it doesn't ruin the experience for me or anything. But I'm interested to see Black Widow's background, her origin, where she came from, her trouble. She became an assassin. Maybe we get a cameo with Jeremy Renner here as well as Hawkeye. Maybe when they first met, or Budapest, was that the famous line from one of the Avenger movies? But yeah, look, it looks huge. It looks like they put everything, budget, visual effects into this movie, of course, like an MCU movie. But the action looks very Winter Soldier-esque. that kind of gritty, kind of, brutal action, which I love. And the one aspect of the trailer I didn't like was when Taskmaster is shooting his arrow underneath the car and it goes up and explodes the car. Because I think that's nearly exactly the same shot from Winter Soldier. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it's nearly exactly the same. So I don't really like that. But maybe in the context of the movie, there's a reason it's very similar. Maybe Taskmaster is actually a super soldier serum character. That's a possibility. Look at Falcon and the Winter Soldier right now, where there's serum everywhere and things like that. So maybe it's a Winter Soldier type character. Taskmaster, his suit looks absolutely badass. It looks like he's being controlled by that guy who says bring her home. I don't know if Taskmaster can speak. I'll ever see his face or what's actually underneath the costume, but he looks badass. Awesome costume. Scarlett Johansson, of course, as always, is brilliant as Black Widow, and I'm sure she'll be a knockout with this movie also. This movie should do pretty well. Godzilla v Kong is opening theaters back up even more now because it's a success. So this might do pretty well in theaters. But Black Widow, looking forward to it. Action looks big. It's another entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It looks like it's trying to tell, like, this is more of a serious trailer. There wasn't too many jokes. But again, it's a Marvel movie, so we can expect a lot of jokes as well. David Harbour, of course, is in it as well. Florence Pugh, who will probably be the next Black Widow. I think she's going to pop up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier at some stage, and maybe some other MCU projects. So, look, I'm going to watch it, hopefully. I don't think I'm going to pay $30. That's just me, because I pay for a lot of things already. Can't really afford it. But if I can go to theaters, I definitely will. And if not, I'm going to have to wait, a while. But hopefully I can see it on the big screen, because that skydiving fight with her and Taskmaster, the visual effects there in the background of them two look absolutely insane. So that's a scene that is meant to be seen on the biggest screen that you can possibly find. So that's what I'm going to try and do. But yeah, July 9th, Black Widow. What's your thoughts, guys? Are you interested in this movie? Do you think this movie is too late? It should have come out years ago, because Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, no offense to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman or Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, she's the original comic book movie female hero character that's a badass. Now, you could say that Mila Djokovic was, but that's based on video games. And maybe even in the X-Men universe, I do think, even though I love those movies, the female characters weren't given as much of a spotlight, like a Storm or a Halle Berry or stuff like that. But and even Scarlett Johansson had to go through the same treatment, because she was sidelined in a lot of the movies as well, and she was never given a solo movie. So this movie should have come out 10 years ago, before Wonder Woman, before Captain Marvel, but here we are years later, and it's deserving. But I do hope that, it probably will increase her debt in Endgame. It will make it feel more emotional after seeing this movie and her backstory. But there's a part of me that would have thought, if this movie came out before Endgame, her debt would have meant so much more in Endgame. It would have been Tony Stark level emotions there. And I think Tony Stark, Iron Man's death, again, overshadowed her death. So she hasn't got the best treatment from Marvel over the years, but finally she has a solo movie, and maybe she'll prove Kevin Feige wrong and say, you shouldn't have killed me off, because look at what I am after doing with this movie. So I like that. I like that a lot. So hopefully it is as good as these trailers have depicted. But guys, let me know. Give a like, comment, subscribe. Come follow me on the social media. That stuff is in the end credits. Get in the comments. Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts about this. Are you interested? And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Marvel Cinematic Universe coming back to the big screen with Black Widow. I'm all for it. Okay? See you then.